wondered what it feels like to bring stories to life, sharing the magic of books with everyone? In today's episode, we're joined by a very special guest, a passionate storyteller who has her own YouTube channel, Books That Speak. She'll share her journey from where it all started and reveal what keeps her going. From her favorite stories to creating for young readers, we'll be diving into the heart of storytelling and what it truly means. Ready to hear a story behind the story? Let's dive right in. Hello, Asawari ma'am. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Hi, Aina.
Welcome to Between the Pages.
Thank you. Thank you.
How have you been?
I'm doing good, and I was feeling very anxious also that I'm going to meet one small girl today, and I'm going to have a chit chat with her. So I was very excited about this. Thank you for inviting.
All right, it's a pleasure. So, can you please tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do?
Uh, my name is Asawari Doshi. I run my YouTube channel Books That Speak since past 7 years. And since past one and a half year, I started with the live offline online storytelling sessions. My main emphasis is on regional languages storytelling just because I feel that kids, their parents, should get a hang on or should be able to enjoy these different stories in Marathi, Hindi, sometimes in Gujarati also. So my basic aim is to do storytelling, and I love to do read aloud the books. My initial profession was I'm a software engineer, but now I'm doing this as a full-time thing.
So, how did
because I
you
love
switch
it.
from a software engineer to storytelling?
The main reason were my daughters. My daughters love books. They love to hear the stories. So since their childhood, at night time, we used to have a book reading session or the storytelling session. So it was like a daily routine for us. And that made me and my husband realize that why I should not start doing this for other kids also. And then Books That Speak started, and we started narrating stories differently with different kind of voice modulation, which will attract kids towards the stories and towards the books also. So that was my inspiration, my
I
daughters.
see. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So, what's the most rewarding part of doing this?
I can see the very exciting expression on the face of kids, like when I'm narrating the story, so just an example, if I'm just going flat, okay, so this is the story, now we have one family, we have this. So kids are okay, I'm just getting to listen one story. But if I do some kind of voice modulation in between as per the character, and then if I try to create kind of an excitement, if I ask them some questions regarding the story suddenly in between, that do you do this way, so then kids are like, oh yes, I can relate to that story. And even I'm able to enjoy, I'm able to identify the different shades of different characters. So that expression, that enjoyment, that gives a satisfaction to me as a storyteller. And even for adults also, even though they have read that books before, when you read the same book with different kind of intonation, voice modulation, so even they enjoy, even though they have read it so many times.
Yeah.
So that is a reward for us, and people come and tell you that हाँ हमने आपके इस पे कुछ कमेंट तो नहीं डाला कभी, but I enjoy your sessions. We listen to your stories during long drive, and because it is mainly an audio, there is no animation, so we are able to reduce the screen time, and we can enjoy the stories.
So, ये आपने चालू किया तो उस टाइम 7 साल पहले आप में कुछ अलग होगा और अभी आप बहुत इम्प्रूव करे होगे. So, have you noticed how you've improved and what has changed in yourself by doing this?
Yeah. एक बात बताऊं, like when you speak, we speak naturally as the way I'm speaking to you right now. But when I'm speaking over the mic, the level or the intensity of your voice, if you are too loud, if you are too low, so that kind of thing, initially for 1 or 2 years, I was not aware of that, or reducing the background noise. So then how it will affect your story. So every time I used to be very cautious. अरे कुत्ते की आवाज आ गई बंद करो, अरे bird आ गया बंद करो. But now, over the time being, when I listen to my own stories, or even from the feedback from the other people, I realize that bird chirping sound is natural. It is just adding as a background music to my stories, and then I stopped being so fussy about it. और अगर थोड़ा सा और भी कुछ आवाज आ गया, so that's okay, that I have to edit, that is not a problem. And over the period of time I understood that I should not shout, or I should not be very excited and raise my volume while recording the story. सो ओवर द पीरियड ऑफ टाइम मुझे लगता है वो भी थोड़ा सा इम्प्रूव होने लगा है. नाउ आई अंडरस्टैंड कि मैं ये लेवल में बात करूंगी देन इट विल गेट रिकॉर्डेड प्रॉपरली. वो एक रहता है. एंड नाउ आई नो व्हाट किड्स वांट फ्रॉम दिस स्टोरी. अगर मैं बीच में उनको कुछ ऐसे ही आई जस्ट अज्यूम माई सेल्फ दैट किड्स आर इन फ्रंट ऑफ मी व्हेन आई एम रिकॉर्डिंग द स्टोरी, एंड आई आस्क सम random question that have you experienced this, so do you know this happens. So even that creates an excitement in my tone also when I'm recording. So that judgment has come, and that judgment has helped me during my live storytelling sessions also.
So that's great insights, but I feel like वो थोड़े external थे आपकी voice modulation और ये सब के बारे में. What about personally? How has this affected you personally?
Yes, good point. अब हंसोगे मैं बोलूँगी तो आई यूज टू गेट स्केर्ड इनिशियली टू डू लाइव स्टोरी टेलिंग सेशंस फॉर द यंगर किड्स, especially the age group 4 to 8. So till last year, or maybe before that also, I have done few live storytelling sessions for some of the NGOs in some slum areas or in some orphanage and all that, and we used to get a very good experience. The kids used to enjoy, especially the kids, visually impaired kids, or the kids who are orphan and all that. So that time the thing is, the kids are in certain structure. There is one teacher who will handle the kids. So it was easier for me. But when I'm doing live storytelling sessions in some library or on my personal basis, and then I used to get scared at how I will handle these kids, especially this age group, 4 to 8. But after 1 or 2 sessions, I realized that it's not that much difficult. Once you get to know the nerve, what they want, how they will enjoy, what they like, I got that they like to speak during the session. They don't want that आप लोग ऐसा बैठो और मेरा स्टोरी सुनो. So even they want to, get a chance to speak. तो मैं बीच बीच में ऐसे questions पूछो, गीत गाओ, riddle पूछो and all that. And now I feel that it is much easier to talk to or to interact with 4 to 8 or whatever the smaller age group. And obviously the elder kids are always matured and they know what they want. So this is one kind of inhibition which I had in my mind, that how I will interact. That is slowly fading away. But obviously every session has a different challenge, I tell you.
Yeah. So what are some of the challenges you face? This is just the beginning. Join us next week to dive deeper into our storyteller's inspiring story. Stay tuned for more magic only on Between the Pages.